a shooting. Kaylee.
Open it.
Kaylee.
Open it.
Kaylee, come on. Kaylee, come on. Shoot. Where's Kaylee? Kaylee, come on. Shoot. Come on.
Guys, you want to know what's crazy? Shootings are so common now in society, but especially in America, that I don't even hear about them anymore. Like, I literally only found out about this situation through a liked post that a friend of mine on Instagram liked, and I saw the video. I'm like, holy shit, a shooting happened recently, like 5 days ago, and apparently they caught the guy. They say on ABC News, Valley Fair teen shooting suspect charged with attempted murder. DA seeks transfer to adult court. So this guy is 17 apparently. And here, as you can see, is a little bit more footage of the situation here. And they caught the guy right here. He's in handcuffs, but because he's technically a minor at 17, they can't show his face. Although I've seen minors' faces shown for serious crimes, much less serious crimes than this. State by state, they all have their different laws. But based off of the reporting I'm seeing, they say 3 people were shot at the Westfield Valley Fair Mall in San Jose. I believe that's in California. They say 3 people were taken to the hospital after being shot at the Valley Fair Mall in West San Jose Friday afternoon. The police department previously reported 2 people were hurt after the shooting, but they said hours later there was another person suffering from gunshot wounds. Authorities added the victims were 2 adults and a teenager. So we don't know if this was targeted or if this was an attempted mass shooting. But as you can see, the crowds here in this footage right here, as you can see, and it's insane. Like, this just, the fact that this is so common to the point to where it doesn't even make national news anymore. It just shows you the times we're living in. Additionally, in another article, they say Santa Clara County District Attorney Jeff Rosen has charged the 17-year-old with attempted murder for the benefit of a criminal street gang, personal use of a firearm, and 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, causing great bodily injury. Rosen is also seeking to transfer this case to adult court, where a maximum sentence could be 30 to 40 years in prison, which in my opinion, good riddance. What's crazy though is this crazy footage I saw from Inside Edition titled "Homeowners Shelter at Least 40 People Fleeing Black Friday Shooting." And not gonna lie, I didn't even peep that this was on Black Friday. But what makes this footage so crazy, not only can you see everybody running out, right? You can see all these people running in the mall because, of course, right? You know, it's a suspected mass shooting. Nobody wants to get caught up in the casualties. Nobody wants to be a victim and lose their lives over this. But the crazy thing about this situation is the fact that all the people who ran from the situation were lucky enough to find a nearby home where the homeowners were aware of what was possibly happening. They saw like dozens of people running down the street, and guess what the homeowners did?
As hundreds run for their lives. At the house near the mall, those 2 teens are just the beginning. Right behind them, look, all these people find themselves seeking shelter. Just look at them, and they keep coming.
Thank you so much.
More than 40 strangers, and all are welcome.
Come inside. Come inside my house. If you need to come in my house, come in my house.
The homeowner even stands at the front door to usher in the steady stream of terror-stricken shoppers.
Yeah, I just gotta say, that is crazy. This guy let in apparently over 40 people into his home, like 40 random strangers. And, you know, good on him. He has a good heart, and he felt like he needed to do what he had to do in that moment. He was selfless. Now, would I let 40 people into my home, of which I don't know? Likely not. It depends on the situation. It really does. And it depends on the community that I live in. But based off of the environment of which I grew up in, had I still lived in my old neighborhood, I'm sorry, I just could not, bro. Like, you don't understand. Where I come from, people would start stealing shit. I'm not gonna lie. Things would be taken, property damaged, money stolen, people being loud and belligerent. Like, I couldn't, you know? Mind you, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. For anybody who knows how Newark, New Jersey is, and I'm not talking about the suburbs, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. That for letting 40 random people off the street into your house is a no-go. That's, you know. Sorry, that's not happening.
I spoke to Good Samaritans Martin and Irene Garcia.
How many people were in your house as the safe haven in total?
I think there was probably about 50 people in here.
50 people, 50 strangers who knocked on your door seeking refuge.
The people just kept coming in. They were just so scared. it was almost like a movie.
Oriana Johnson was among the panicked shoppers seeking shelter.
The fact that we live in a society to where this has even happened, but this is even necessary, is crazy. The gang violence, the mentally ill who should be in insane asylums, the mass shooters, the school shooters, the snipers killing people for mean words. I mean, guys, I understand people want to have empathy for these weirdos. Not me. But I understand the people who do. You get it? You feel like they're rehabable. You feel like you can change them. But I assure you, you cannot. A lot of these people are too far gone and you cannot save them, especially if they already have murder on their mind. Some people maybe can be saved if they have not, gone too far. But a lot of them, it's over. And I genuinely think we've gotten to this point in society to where it's so dangerous in certain areas because of lax laws, lax policies, letting criminals back out on the streets for 40 different times. They have 40 different priors and you just keep letting them back out onto the streets, right? Until they finally grape somebody. Even then, they still let grapists back out onto the streets until they finally murder someone. And even then, sometimes they let the murderers back out onto the streets. So it's just like, we live in a very crazy time, crazy society, tyrannical. I think we live in anarcho-tyranny. The politicians and the judges who let these criminals back out onto the streets, they can afford $1 million homes with gated communities and 24/7 security. But the average person cannot. So the judges, the politicians, they don't reap what they sow. They don't reap the consequences of the policies that they make. But guess who has to suffer? Everybody else.
The Garcia family didn't just offer shelter, they also handed out pizza.
So many people, especially people who were in your home, are saying that you two were like angels.
I don't know if there was any other choice when you have two young girls come into your door in fear and you have to just help. We just did what we thought was the right thing to do, was to open the door.
Here we have one comment saying, it's a damn shame that people can't go out and enjoy life without something like this happening. Bless the homeowners for helping all those people. Unfortunately, they're right. It is a damn shame. Another person said, wow, to trust each stranger, not to steal, not to be the shooter themselves. Bless that family. Another person said, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. And below that, someone said, in hindsight, it wasn't very smart. However, it was very noble and a nice thing to do. Someone below that commenting and replying saying it wasn't smart, but thank God nothing happened. And another person below that said, it's really sad we are thinking that, myself included. It should be a given to help others. And in situations like this, that no one takes advantage of that. But time and time again, we are proven that every hospitality will be abused by others. And I can co-sign that for sure. It happened to me many times. But they go on to say what this guy and his family did should be the norm. And I'm always grateful and happy to still see people being this helpful. We could use more of that in the world. And I agree with them as well. We should. But for people like me, I'm just like, my trust meter is like really low right now. And I'm trying to work on that. Like, I've had these conversations offline with friends and family members, acquaintances. Even here, I yap about how like cynical I am. You guys understand why I feel the way I feel based off of the things that I talk about on a daily basis. And it's hard, And if I were in a situation like this, I would be tested. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I hope I would do the right thing. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this? I mean, it's just crazy. Like, bro, at any moment your life could be taken away. And I think about this at a daily basis. I swear, I always feel like someone's gonna attack me, I'm gonna get stabbed or shot. I swear. And it's horrible. It really is. But that's the world I grew up in. That's the world we grew up in, and that's what we live in right now. So yeah, hope you guys found this informative. If you have any other videos or topics you want me to cover, you already know what to do. Tag me or DM me, TikTok or Instagram. DMs are open. And yeah, catch all of you in the next one.